Greetings, beautiful beings. I am Elasa Tina Marie, and I want to thank all of you for assisting me to get monetized today. We are so grateful. We're so grateful that we're jumping into an awesome video about the understanding of your thoughts as currency. That the stream of consciousness, the fundamental concept of yourself, however you're lining up to what you believe about your reality, yourself, your sum total of all the beliefs of what's possible, is literally your currency. So you ready to dive in? Let's go ahead. It's a spring-filled water. So I drew a little diagram for us here. So we have this wheel and it's constantly spinning. So it's constantly rotating and flowing. I am wealthy. I am source. I am love. All your concepts of self, whatever you constantly or naturally, I should say, are thinking about, that constant stream of thought that's coming in, the texture of it, the fundamental concept of yourself that you have, meaning, do you feel wealthy? Do you feel healthy? Do you feel that you're more than enough? Do you know that you're loved? Do you know that your thoughts and your words and your deeds are creating your reality? Do you know that the feelings are fueling them with energy, right? If you know this, then you're with the stream, it's flowing and you're with the current. Meaning these thoughts are naturally built into your subconscious and they're streaming in. You may have, 10% of these negative red thoughts going against the stream of your natural infinite source abundance intelligence. But you're here because you're working on releasing those. You're becoming more self-aware, more conscious when you're thinking, I am not enough, or I am not something. That's going to cancel out your good thoughts, your good meditations that you're putting in. So the more you realize that this stream of consciousness, which is currency, is always going. You're going to get, sure, some moments where there's no thought, but you may catch into the mass mind thought. So thought is always happening. It is the consciousness at large. And that's why everything under the sun has already been created, thought of, done. Creation is finished. We're just finding where are we lining up in our projection in the hologram. How are we seeing the hologram, the greater hologram of the collective and our individual projections of our path? Meaning, what are the sum total of our beliefs, thoughts, feelings, emotions, and memories that we believe to be true? And that is where we line up in creation. And so if you're living in hell on earth, you have a lot of these red thoughts going on. And you're maybe unconscious that you could even start to change them. So you just, are on a rotation, a cycle, a repeat of negative thoughts, and you want to clear, cancel, delete those. Literally learn about commands. We'll do another video on commands. But you want to be becoming self-aware of when there is these negative thoughts that you're catching wind of, and say delete, no thank you, and then insert, become more of a programmer of this game we're in, this simulation, and rise your tide. Live in the heaven on earth, or ground the heaven on earth, from inserting and being more conscious and deliberate in the rising and the setting, and in your daytime idle, drives of saying awesome things to yourself, so that those things get programmed into the subconscious mind, and that rises your ability to live on heaven on earth and start to experience more of what the projections are going to show you, because essentially all this is a mirror. This right here is a mirror showing you where you're at in the game. If you're having awesome things happen, great. Even if you seem to think that something negative just happened, if you can start to say, what's right about this, then you're going to gain, it says mirror. I'm not left-handed, but that was great. You're going to start to, be able to have more playing power in the game when you realize that what's right about this will then give you what's right about it. You'll literally get biofeedback, or you'll sit there and tune in to your super intelligence, and you'll realize that whatever seemed like just happened that wasn't so good was actually taking you down into the Akashic records to unearth a piece of gold that you left behind, And that dark night of the soul, or that deep dive into the unconscious that you left a piece of your soul, your essence, that experience that just mirrored back to you, it biofed back to you. When you say what's right about it, you actually get what's right about it. You actually get the understanding of why you revisited that projection in the hologram. Sometimes ancient records will reveal themselves, and floods and things like that. You know, the ascension is about, you know, being able to project anything or align into these highest desires and wish fulfills creations that is already finished and experience them, but you're not clinging to them. So sometimes the ascension lives lightly and it lets go of things easily, knowing that instantly it can project and align and quantum entangle, whatever words we're going to start to use. They start to overlap different teachings, and you start to instantly align quantum tangle with that which you would desire of the Most High, of a higher probability, because you're not clinging to things that are not real. This is just the experience, the formation of what we're believing and saying to ourselves, thinking, this expression in the gross matter. So if we want to change the expression to have it be more beautiful, then we need to rise up in this everlasting consciousness that's thinking, that those thoughts that you're either putting in or catching wind of, because you've already done a lot of subconscious rebuilding of taking time in the morning and the night and the meditations to sing great things to yourself, like I am love, I am light, I am super intelligent, I am magnetic, I am magical, I am wealthy and healthy, everything works out for me, this life is amazing, right? So that later in my day, if I've built that in, I'm going to catch wind of that. It's literally going to stream in on this blue current. And then I'm going to picture, because when you think a thought, your mind then generates a picture. So it's going to generate a picture, let's say, of something that I just had a thought about wealth. So I'm going to possibly, have this picture in my mind. It seems like it's out here, but it's actually back here. I may have a picture of, some money coming in. It's a dollar sign. I may have a picture of what it feels like to be wealthy. Like I may feel within the back of my mind, just like me laying by the pool. It's a vision I just saw when I said that. So me just saying that and telling you all this, I just had a picture in the back of my mind come of me just like chilling at the pool. Not a scene of me out here, but me embodying that vision of me sitting at the pool. Then I get to have that feeling at my heart, like that felt good to feel that, to embody that. That feeling then propels, these are light particles, it brings about charge to then literally, remember creation is already finished, to put me in the scene where now I'm driving up, to the hotel for Royal Embodied monthly networking group that we do, and I'm laying out by the pool there. Actually, that's a scene that I had this morning. This is supposed to be a pool. I have to draw these extra scenes late when I start before this video. Anyways, so you see this? I'm thinking these thoughts, whether I put them in or I'm catching wind, that then generates a vision in the back of my mind, which then generates a feeling, which then literally creates the charged particles to line up into that part of the creation and stack up those light particles to create the next scene where literally all of a sudden I find myself at the pool laying out with my sisters and we're celebrating, right? This is the power of getting this understanding of this everlasting, ever-flowing stream of consciousness. What are you going to start to charge up these thoughts with? What thoughts are being put in there? Where are you rising your tide and living from? What is the self-concept that you're willing to embody now and start to believe about yourself, so that it literally can create the pictures, which then will project and line up to those parts of creation, and the feelings will match it with heart and mind coherence to literally have you finding yourself there. What are you willing to do? That's the question. So I leave that with you. I hope you all have an amazing day. And again, thank you for liking this video, sharing it, subscribing. Most importantly, can you comment down below so that this can start to move and groove and we can start getting these videos seen by way more than 1,000 people. But for those of you 1,000, I am so grateful. So many blessings. Have an amazing day.